The U.S. military is without a Senate-confirmed leader for the first time in over 100 years. Commandant General David Berger retired Monday, but no one officially took his place. That's because Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama has blocked senior military promotions for the past 7 months. He placed the hold in protest of the Pentagon's new policy that pays travel expenses for troops if they cannot obtain abortions in their state. Joining me now is our NewsNation military contributor, retired General Richard Newton. General, thanks for being here.
Good afternoon, Brooke. Good to be with you.
I know that you oversaw this type of hiring and promotions at the Air Force. What does this do to our troops' capabilities without a Senate-confirmed leader?
Well, I think it really, the stable and orderly transition of U.S. senior military leaders is key to military readiness. Bottom line here. What Senator Tuberville does, frankly, I think is ridiculous. It's within the confines, by the way, of the U.S. Senate and the rules and so forth to block nominations. But this has gone on for several months now. There's 265 nominations that are held up. And you just mentioned that the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Berger, retired yesterday. And the leader who now has to step up, who is currently the Assistant Deputy Commandant, who's been nominated to be the Commandant, now has to fill two positions, Commandant of the Marine Corps and the Deputy Commandant of the Marine Corps, or the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps. That's very difficult to hold those two positions. But nonetheless, this is potentially impactful on our readiness, as I said, but also on relationships that we hold with key allies and partners in what I think is perhaps the most unstable geopolitical and national security environment we faced, certainly in my memory. And so it's a very difficult position that one senator has put the United States military in.
Yeah, and we know that there are numerous other high-ranking military members retiring in the next few months. What happens next?
Well, Senator C.Q. Brown, the United States Air Force, has been nominated to be the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff when General Milley, we anticipate him to retire on 1 October. But from before then, you're going to get the Chief of Staff of the Army, the leader of the United States Army, retiring. You're going to get the Chief of Naval Operations, the leader of the United States Navy, retiring this summer. And then the president has dutifully nominated replacements for those positions, but they're being blocked to be able to be confirmed by the full Senate by this one action by Senator Tuberville. So it does have an impact. Secondly, on that point, however, you're putting in position key leaders who have to fill those vacancies while others are being considered for the nomination process. And as I mentioned, with General Smith in the Marine Corps, he's having to fill two positions. Others will have to do the same. And so that is very impactful. There's also an impact on families as well that I know personally. So it's very much a very difficult situation that this one senator has put the United States in, frankly.
I want to talk about that impact on the families and the troops as well. What do you think this move does to troop morale?
Well, I think generally, by and large, every day, I think the troop morale is going to be fine. We've got great leaders in position, but the day-to-day morale of our troops, I think, is very high. They just want to have the training, they want to have the equipment, they want to have the ability to, really put into play what they've been trained and exercised to do, and serve as a soldier or sailor, Marine or airman, and so forth. But the family morale could be significant here, especially with these senior military families, because, for instance, Jody and I, we moved 18 times in 34 years. And frankly, without Jody Newton, there is no General Newton. But with our two daughters, we had to go to multiple positions, multiple locations. They went to 7 or 8 schools over a period of a 12-year academic, from 1 through 12. But my point there is you've got students right now who have disenrolled from a school system and are looking forward or thought they were going to move to a new school system, but they can't necessarily enroll in that system. They're kind of caught in the middle here. Or you've got a spouse. You've got, say, a wife who's a teacher who has really resigned from a current position in anticipation of moving to another locale, but can't get that job until, the family moves. And so it does have an impact on the family. Now, I believe that the morale impact, however, as you allude to in your question, will be more felt among family members, and then that it will impact our soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen in terms of their morale, because they just want to do their job, but they also want to make sure that their family members are taken care of first and foremost.
Absolutely. All right, General Newton, and I guess I should say Jody Newton as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for your insight here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.